hold your heart and go and check whether in any country in the world a person with pending rape charges is allowed to become a member of the highest house and assembly and legislatures of their country. And then you can come and challenge me. I now want to get in Abha Singh, who wants to come in on that point. Is there a hypocrisy among political parties?
Absolutely. See, the representation.
1 minute.
The Representation of People Act. It says if you are accused of such a crime, you can still be a member of the parliament or of the assembly. Only when you are convicted, you go. So this itself shows the hypocrisy of the politicians, that they have made laws, rules which suits them. Be it UP, be it anywhere. In fact, of a leading party in the center, the leader has been accused of sexual misdemeanor. We can take it into it, using sexual favors, granting that. But he is still the spokesperson and nobody is saying a word. What do we have to say about that? That sends such wrong signals.
And I'm asking about political hypocrisy tonight. Smriti, please give it deep thought. And please understand, Smriti, it is not about you, but I want to go to Archana Puran Singh. Here's a fact. Political parties in India, the same parties who are giving these standard speeches in parliament, बहुत खराब हुआ, ये हो रहा है, ये गलत है, वो गलत है, नहीं होना चाहिए, हमारे बहनों, हमारे उनके साथ नहीं होना चाहिए, etc., etc. The same political parties have given tickets to 260 people in legislative party elections in the last 5 years who have charges of crime against women. And I'm not going to censor anything tonight. 72 are IND candidates. 24 are given tickets by the BJP. 26 have been given tickets by the Indian National Congress. So the Congress and the BJP are in close competition with each other, Smriti, on who gives more tickets to people who have charges of crime against women. 16 by the SP and 18 by the BSP. So in UP there's a race among BSP and SP on who gives tickets more to people who have charges of crime against women. At the national level, the BJP and the Congress are pretty much even Stevens. So that's the situation. Archana, your quick comment before I go back to Smriti.
Shame on them for putting up such candidates, and shame on us for voting for such candidates. Shame on us for accepting political parties year after year after year with similar candidates who've got these kind of charges against them. So it's equal amount of shame on them as well as on us. Really, so shame on us.
They tear the women representation bill in front of the public, these MPs. This is their regard for women.
So why the symbolism, Smriti? Now it's very good to, the first charity begins at home. Let the BJP stop giving tickets to people who are charged with crime against women. Aren't you shocked, Smriti, that they do, that your party does?
I'm deeply disturbed with the accusation, or let me not use the word accusation, but with the statement that you present before me. I am deeply disturbed not only about the numbers that you place in front of me, but as a woman, I need to reiterate one thing. That when you look at the subject of rape, you keep on saying, Arnab, that let's not politicize it. The idea today is to support those voices in the political system who are trying to clean up the act. So while I do say that I am extremely dismayed by the numbers that you represent on your channel tonight, let me also tell you that till you don't help those voices who want to clean up the political system in the country, you will not have the change that you seek.
No, who is not supporting?
So today...
No, who is not supporting? They're all the support. But the fact is, I only made a point and you are disturbed, rightly so.
I completely understand.
Smriti,
I'm not, I
will send you the figures. I will send you the figures. I will send you the figures.
I completely understand.
The figures are accurate. All I'm saying is, instead of being disturbed, you should introspect.
I completely understand that, I'm not contesting the figures that you're giving me, Arnab. I completely understand that I am the only representative of a national party on your channel tonight. But like I said, that if you... May I?
Yeah. Then we'll get it.
If you even try to crush those voices who stand up and speak for women in Indian politics, if you do not support those voices that want to clean the system, then in a way it belittles our confidence.
I think that's a weak
Does
argument.
the political system need a shake-up?
No,
it's not a weak argument,
argument.
Arnab. It's an honest argument.
It's a weak argument.
It's an honest argument.
No, you give me.
It's an absolute honest argument.
Abha Singh has a follow-up question.
On behalf of the party, why don't you give a commitment to the nation in the 2014 elections? You will not give a ticket to anybody who is accused of a crime against women.
Why is it so difficult?
Why do you want to wait till 2014? Why do you want to wait till 2014?
Any election which is going to come now, any election which is going to come now in the next 3 months, please give a commitment. Ask your leaders to give a commitment.
Why wait till 2014?
Because that is one election which is coming. Any election for that matter in a state assembly also, please do that. You give a commitment today that I will leave BJP if it gives a ticket to people who are involved. Why don't you give this today that I will resign by membership if any rape accused is given? Why not
unless
that?
you don't want me to answer and you have called me here to be screamed at, Arnab. I am not the lady who raped that girl in that bus, Abha.
You are representing the party. Why don't
I am
you
a lady who is trying to stand up for women
MPs in the parliament resign?
System.
Why don't the women MPs in parliament resign?
Okay, Abha,
let me speak unless you have called me here to be screamed at. I am not molesting girls on the streets of Delhi or any street in this nation. I am a lady who in the political system is trying to stand up and speak for women. So why are you saying that let's wait for 2014?
No, simple
why aren't you
point,
saying that in the next parliament session?
Smriti.
No, Arnab, let me finish.
Smriti, look at the issue.
No, let me finish, Arnab. Arnab, let me finish. Why wait till 2014? Let the next session of parliament come. Why can't we raise our voice when the sexual harassment of women at workplace takes place?
Why couldn't this session be extended?
For discussion.
Why couldn't this session of parliament be extended?
Yesterday,
one minute. I make a point here tonight. 1 minute. 1 minute.
You are a seasoned editor, and you know that it was the responsibility of the government if it wanted to extend.
Did you put the pressure to extend the session?
We put every kind of pressure, even during the Lokpal bill. We put every kind of pressure. Even
you see, Smriti, one. Shekhar Kapoor wants to come in. 1 sec. Before I go to Shekhar Kapoor.
No.
If you could do it on the Lokpal bill, why not on this? Why not on this?
Did they listen to us on the Lokpal bill?
So what? So you put the pressure. You brought in a bill.
Repeatedly. We are continuously putting the pressure. But here you are beating me up for being in the opposition.
1 second, Smriti, 1 minute, Abha, 1 minute. I want to make a point. You see, Smriti,
it has
please.
become fashionable to beat up the
No,
BJP.
1 second.
But it's the government
1 second.
who is responsible for running the
have that persecution complex.
No, Arnab, what stopped the Prime Minister? I am not having any. What stopped the Prime Minister from calling the meeting of all political
I am asking you one question
and
tonight,
say,
Smriti.
After this horrendous crime, Arnab, let me ask you a question. What stopped the Prime Minister of this country? It's the central government that is responsible for
agree.
safety and
I absolutely agree with
in
Smriti. I agree.
You agree with her?
I absolutely agree.
What
Why is
stopped
the Prime Minister
of
quiet?
this
Arnab, can I
nation?
say something?
One second. Smriti Irani.
Calling a meeting of all political parties.
Delhi CM says she can't transfer the constitution.
1 second. Can I just get Archana also into this discussion?
From calling a meeting of all political parties and insisting that this particular bill be passed and insisting that the sexual harassment bill get passed. The problem is that there are men in the system who want to shy from who had this, rape ho gaya. Why aren't we holding those men responsible?
Smriti, 1 minute. Smriti, may I say, Smriti, 1 second. First of all, Pinky wants to support you, so hear her.
Okay.
One second. Pinky has a word of support and she wants to add on. Pinky.
I completely agree with Smriti Irani. What stopped the Prime Minister? The Prime Minister, I've been noticing for the last 3 days, our children meaning our youngsters, all over the country. And I have to over here specially say that all our young men, adult men who are being as supportive alongside the women.
Yes,
so first of all, I want to say it's been noted, it's being appreciated. And also one more word about that boy who was with the girl. I hope that whichever the authorities are, the hospital authorities, the Delhi authorities, whatever authorities are ensuring that that boy is not feeling the pressure of quote unquote not having been able to protect that girl, because he did whatever he could.
Yeah.
You know, so I hope somebody is bothering about that boy. Now, to come to what Smriti said, I agree with her 100%, and I thank her for bringing it up, because since the last 3 days, I noticed a deafening silence on the culpability of bloody the Prime Minister of this country. So I have been looking at crime figures for the last, since the time he's been Prime Minister. Andaz I say roughly, because you can't do cut to cut. And the figures are such that all minorities in which I include children, I include women, I include Dalits, I include Muslims, and in the Prime Minister's own constituency also, there has been a sharp increase in violent and sexual crimes.
So the simple, the simple thing is instead of waiting for the media to put the pressure and a horrible incident like this to shake us all up, why could the laws not be changed? It really does not. It is not that difficult. I believe it is not. No, what's it? I want to, however, make one point to Smriti Irani. Smriti, hear me 1 minute. Smriti, hear me 1 minute. Hear me 1 minute. Hear me 1 minute, Smriti. You will have to hear me. Hear me, Smriti. Hear me.
I've been hearing you.
Thank you.
Please understand that.
Please hear me. Hear me.
I might not be crying on every channel like Sheila Dikshit.
She's not on this channel.
But don't dismiss my outrage.
She's not crying on this channel. All we would have wanted is one second.
Arnab, let me clarify one thing on your channel tonight. No, Arnab, let me clarify one thing on your channel tonight. You see, when it comes to rape, it is not about politics. It's about a man, through the sheer force of his own physicality, who destroys a woman's soul and her entire life. Arnab, I'm the mother of a 23-year-old, and when her school and her college friends meet me, they tell me how prepared they are every morning to go to college in a Bombay local, prepared mentally that yes, auntie, we will be groped. So don't look at it only from a political context. There are mothers
but something, Smriti. Smriti, you speak very well. You speak very well, but at the same time, you must 1 minute. I want to say one thing to Smriti. I must just make one point to Smriti. Smriti, you speak very well. But that does not take away from the fact, and you have spoken very well. You have articulated yourself brilliantly. But at the same time, Smriti Irani, charity begins at home. The politician is in 1 minute, Smriti. Now you must listen to me. You must listen. Now you're not listening to me. I thought you were among the few politicians who listen.
I do.
So listen, one second.
But I'm also surprisingly amongst the very few politicians who's on your channel tonight.
Yes.
That you try to beat up because I happen to be honest.
You have no reason to feel that way. The question
I'm making that effort.
1 minute, Smriti. The point is, there is a bureaucrat, there is a politician, there is a bureaucrat and a police chief who sit together and have a press conference a week after this horrible incident happened. And who turn into and who turn into a mutual admiration society. Oh, brilliant work, outstanding work, pat on the back, wonderful. What is the media asking? And they do that perhaps because they're emboldened by the fact that who are the politicians to ask us questions? Look at the politicians. They have put 260 people as their candidates in the last 5 years in assembly elections. Who are they to lecture to us? Today, if you criticize a policeman and a bureaucrat, they can turn around and ask political parties that question. You give tickets to people like this. Who are you to lecture us? I welcome Shazia into the debate. I want to get Archana Puran Singh at this point of time. Archana Puran Singh, where was the Aam Aadmi Party? Where was the Aam Aadmi Party?
Please look at what Archana has said.
Archana Puran Singh and Shazia Ilmi.
What about
my question to you both?
Who vote for such people?
1 minute. First to Archana Puran Singh.
Arnab, I'm an apolitical person.
Okay, as an apolitical person, where do you stand?
I do not belong to the Aam Aadmi Party as such, but I support certain issues raised by relevant people or groups. And this issue, I have come on this platform not politically at all. I don't understand politics. but I've come here on a human interest level, on a humanitarian level. And I feel that we are wasting time having debates and discussions on, oh, is the BJP doing enough? Or this has become a platform for politicians to speak of how big or how good my party is in ratio to the other party, to the ruling party. Let's not make this again about ourselves. Let's keep this about what it really is about that poor woman and many such women. 2.5 decades ago, when I finished college, the situation was the same in Delhi, and it remains the same today.
Well
what
said.
have we done in all these years? Let's decide what we want to do right now instead of wasting our time talking about, oh, you're to blame or you're to blame.
I'm with you. I have your full support.